Hi everyone, welcome back to Grandpa Mark's Hobbies and an unboxing of a Chevy 76 Caprice. The main reason why I got this kit is because it comes with a trailer. And I know it's only single axle, but I want to make it to where I have a trailer. I've wanted a trailer for a while now. But I also want to build a food truck or a food trailer on the top of it. So that's why I got the kit. The other reason why I got the kit is my dad had one of these in like a blue color with a blue split Landau roof. And that's what we're going to build this one to be. So let's flip this over. It's an MPC kit. And I don't know. I don't like talking bad about anybody or any model company. So I'm really hoping that Round 2 took the MPC molds and doctored them up. I know their Round 2 has been awesome for the kits that I've dealt with so far. And let's see if this one will be the same thing. It's 3-in-1. You can do it stock security or a hauler. The hauler, you're going to have a trailer hitch on the back of it, and you're going to pull a trailer with huge mirrors on it. So let's open this up and get the box out the way. How about if I move this box way over here out the way, and we're just going to do the dump. Just like that. We'll take this and put it over here so I can put pieces back in it. And let's see what we got here. First off, we got decals. Been a long day, guys. We have the instructions. Nice. They're big enough to where I can see, and they're detailed enough to where I can follow along. So I'm pretty good with that. Note, open hole from beneath if you're using an antenna or a flasher. So it has an antenna and a flasher on there. Oh, it's got the bubble light. Cool. I'm starting to collect those because I have a few projects that I'm going to use them with. But not bad. First thing they want you to do is the rims. For the trailer and for the front. Engine detail. So let's dig into parts here. Their decals are in a bag. Nice sealed bag. So we're going to unseal it. This isn't going to sit very long. Maybe a month. And it's pretty dang dry down here. I run my dehumidifier all summer long. This never gets dry in the basement. I'm going to keep that to put them back in. Let's see what we got. Wow. You got a lot of it here. I am wearing my visor, so let's do this. Dry in some so we can see what we're doing. All right, we got security badges. We have security mall guard. It literally says mall. What is that? Orchards mall. It's a mall cop car. Oh, geez. All right, now I'm going to be half giddy the rest of the night. It does have good Caprice logos on here. Nice. I like this. The dashboard details. 2 radios. Got 2 of everything. 2 radios, climate control. We're going to be doing our own license plate because this is going to be an Ohio car. Very nice. A lot of stuff that you can use on other things. Really cool. I like the 555 help. Mall security. That's hilarious. But it would be a security car, right? And not a police car. So very good. Skull and crossbones. We got Woody Woodpecker. You could really go crazy with this. It'd be fun. But again, I'm doing it like my dad's car. So we're going to keep it pretty well stock. I am going to do the split vinyl roof on it. 2 axles, leave them in the bag and don't lose them. And I know my dad's had the white wall tires on it. These bags are thick. So we got 4 pad printed, nice, bright white walls on here. So far, I've looked at 2 things and I'm impressed with this kit. The tires are fantastic. They're Goodyears. Really nice. And then we have Goodyear hauler tires on there. Oh, we got all of them raised whites. You know what? Since I'm going to do the food truck, I might put the raised whites on the food truck too. But they look good. Let's pull out one of the bags. Let's see what we got. I'm seeing an engine in this right off the rip. Check and make sure there's nothing in there. And I'm chucking the plastic on this for right now because I know I'm going to build this. Wash your kits. I got some schmutz on here. The guy that was molding it must have dropped a little bit of his pop. No, that's just from the mold disc getting kicked out. Not a biggie. I'm glad it's here and not on the hood. Looks like our tilt part for our trailer, our mirrors for the trailer. This thing that's why they call it a hauler. And 1976 license plate. I'll probably make my own. Ball hitch. And not a clue of what these are. Probably suspension parts for the trailer. Our inners for our trailer. Our inners for our car. Nice. Not bad molded. Got a little bit of extrusion. I don't know why they wouldn't have done that on the back side instead of the front. But whatever. It's a trailer and we're going to beat it up a little bit anyhow. So let's dive into the next sprue. We got that humongous dash. And it's got a lot of detail in there. The radio looks good. The climate control looks good. We got our air conditioning vents. Pernundle. The gauge on the top. And it did come with the decals for them. We have the Caprice over here with the two vents. The glove box. Very nice. That hood is enormous. Shoot, you could get 6 kids on that thing and use it like a sled. It's huge. Nice headers. Little tiny bit of flash. Who cares? Intake. Mold's looking decent. Belts. Got a little bit of work to do here. Flash wise. But not bad. It's thin. So we can treat these pretty good. Not a whole lot of detail. The distributor sucks, but I was sent some distributors, so we'll find one that's about the same size and use it instead. Engine halves look good. The transmission's got nice detail on it, so that won't be bad. And we got a battery. Not too bad. And you know what I like about the battery is they didn't put the fake plastic battery cables on it. Those are just a pain. Now we'll dig into the next bag and see what we got. And like I said, my dad drove this thing and he drove the snot out of it. So he put a ton of miles on his vehicles. And that car lasted. I can remember that car being around for a long time. So, okay, we got our seat. Bench seat, sleep 6. Good detail on that. I'm starting to be impressed. Nice detail on the steering wheel. Hose is kind of pitiful, but whatever. Our exhaust. A little bit of flash. Textured on the exhaust. I like that. I like that a lot. So you got your pipes, and they're going to need some work. I can feel the mold line on them, and that's kind of a pet peeve of mine. So I'll be working on these to get them nice and smooth. But I like how they did the texture like that. That'll make it look pretty good. It's a simple suspension on the back. Distributors, one piece, or differentials, one piece on there. The axle, remember the axle bar goes through it. And if I remember right, this car might have been like a screw together. I think I built this once before, a long time ago. But we're looking okay here. We have our radiator block, and we have our firewall, and we got wires molded in here all over the place. So a little bit of detail time. It'll look good. Heater looks good. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. We can do a lot with that. Radiator hose, our stock exhaust manifolds, not too bad. This sprue is a lot better than the last one. Here is our trailer. Nice, not bad at all. Huge mold marks right on the diamond plate. At least this side's got all the mold marks on the bottom. This diamond plate's pretty clean. I think I got a warp or a twist in this, but that's no big deal. We can heat that up a little bit and straighten that out. A little bit of, yeah, that's got a huge kickoff in this back corner, but we can bend that around and it won't even take long. Get it hot, bend it, hold it until it cools off, and it'll stay there. The front end, I know what that piece was. That's probably for the crank on this thing. Our mini springs, not sure if that's supposed to be for the ball hitch receiver or not. We'll find out. I'm not going to put it on this car anyhow. So let's dig into the next one. We have, and I'm not going to pull it out, we have a mismold on our window, but it's in a spot that isn't going to matter. It definitely, I mean, they missed the mark on that big time. This shouldn't be that hard to put in and line up and make look right. We have our colored tail lights and our red bubble light for our dome. And a buddy of mine, his dad brought him over his house one night, and he had one of those that's suction cupped onto the roof of his car, and he came down the road with that thing going around. That was funny. That was, man, was that a long time ago. I don't even know what car he had, but I can remember that bubble light coming down the road, thinking, what the heck is going on? So we have a free-floating grill with molded-in headlights. So we'll use the Tamiya's, the Mod Podge gloss in there, and then quick shine over the top of that, and that'll look good. Mold it in right here. We'll darken this all up and make it look nice. I'm going to put that in the box right now so I don't lose it. Valve covers, oil pan, fan belt, water pump, alternator, carburetor, air cleaner. Those are all going to get wet. Sorry about that. I hit it again. We'll throw those in the LA Awesome and strip them. We're not going to have chrome on any of that. My dad's engine had 0 chrome. So our hubcaps, and I'm going to have to look online because I haven't yet, but I think my dad's hubcaps had blue where these dimples are in here. I think that was like a match for the same color as the car. And his was a light blue, so we're going to probably go with Tamiya's sky blue. I think that'll be pretty darn close. And we'll do the sky blue on the split tonneau, or the split Landau roof on the top too. That's one thing I do remember he had on there. It's got the little Chevy logos in the center. These aren't like super duper bright molded, but they're decent. The mags for the trailer look great. The dome light for the bubble light, not sure what this is. I'm gonna have to look. Not sure what that is either. I'm gonna have to look. That might be the part for the ball hitch. We'll have to see. There's our wheel for the trailer and our crank and our rear lights chromed out. We'll just make them red. That'll look good. I'm holding this because the bumper is about ready to fall off of here, but the front bumper on here It looks really good. Tamiya's clear orange in there will make it look great. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be clear orange or white, but I like doing the clear orange just so everybody knows that those were the turning signals on there. Back bumper doesn't look bad. I am going to hit this with quick shine and dull it down a little bit because this one is bright. Chrome trailer hitch. Gonna go into LA Awesome no matter what. So not going to have that. This piece will probably keep. The chrome drop with the ball. No, it's going to go in LA Awesome too. I don't want any of that chrome. They've got a chrome starter. Jesus. No, this is all going in the LA Awesome. So, but that's not a big deal. You throw it in here, you leave it sit for a day or two. You look at it and go, yeah, the chrome's gone. Pull it out, clean it with warm water, and then I always hit it with Dawn dishwashing soap after the warm water, and then I do warm water again just on top of it. I don't know if I need to, but I don't want to take any chances with it. So, boy, oh boy, oh boy, look at this thing. 3-piece, yeah, this was one that used to screw together. So, and like I said, I think I did this kit like forever ago. It's got the marks where you could drill those out to put your antenna and your bubble light. So we'll start with the chassis. We got our exhaust is molded in. Crossovers, we have our e-brake lines molded in there and a split mold line right across this. Not a big deal, but it's just a weird place to have one. So we'll check that out. We'll take care of that. I'm looking real close. I don't see any made in China marks on here. Look, this was filled. The mold was filled up. They didn't fill it all the way, but they at least made it to where there wasn't a big divot in there where the screws used to go. Not a whole lot of suspension detail, but what the heck? I'm not going to build this thing for super detail on here. I just want to build this to have my dad's car sitting around. We have our ignition on the fender, a little bit more, probably for the light lines going to the back. And it says 1976 Chevrolet used under license. Okay, good to know. It looks like this might be a little bit twisted in the back too, but not bad. We'll see when we go to dry fit everything. It's got a little bit of a drop off there, but not bad, and a lot better than a lot of MPCs that I've worked on. This is huge. This is bigger than my first apartment. I can remember sitting in the back of this going to the Dairy Queen too. We got our gas pedal, our brake pedal molded in, our floor mat. Carpet is really nicely done. Mold line right there we're going to have to take care of. I think the seat's going to take care of that for us. These seats are really, really nicely detailed. And we'll be able to make them look very good. The back plate looks good. Not too bad. Very shallow molding on the doors. But again, if I put my hand down here and I use it to come around, I can hit that without tearing it up too dang bad. And again, I don't remember there being a whole smack load of chrome on the inside of this either. So it was pretty much just the interior color, and we'll go with that. So, and again, I need to remember to paint all around this. My Mustang, I had to come back after I was already done with the video and repaint. And here is that Caprice Classic body. Jeez. We got a huge mold line going on right here. Looking at it, it looks pretty straight. down the pipe here this way. Not too bad. That big mold, we can mask this off, and what we'll do is we'll paint all of this, and then we're going to mask this off, and we'll paint it all silver. And then we're going to come back and we're going to mask off inside this, and then we're going to paint this the blue again, because this was blue trim with silver around the outside of it. The door hinges are molded in place. The Caprice logo, turn signals on the front and back, molded in, easy to paint. Paint them silver, and then come back with your Tamiya clear red or clear orange, and float it inside that silver, and just leave the little rings in here. The raised part, if you paint all that silver and then float the paint inside there, it'll look really good. Easy to do. And trust me, if I can do this stuff, everybody can. Our back, I love that Caprice look. Doesn't need anything. It looks great. So I can feel the mold line is huge here. But I'm okay with that. That'll sand off nice. This did have a pretty good lip on it coming to the back, but it wasn't sharp enough to cut bacon. So we'll trim that off, and that just comes up around straight across here and up the door panel, back down and right up the front. So we can knock that off, sand it down. This you need to remove, but I'll tell you what, if you leave it in there while you're painting, it just makes it a little more stable. And I can see I got a little tiniest of bend here, but I think when I put the glass on, that'll help pull that in place. But I leave this on until I'm done painting, and then I come in here and I cut it off with, well, I got it flipped around, but I cut it off with my saw blade coming this way. You can go back and forth across this with your regular knife blade. Just tilt it at an angle and come in this way and cut this right on that line, and then just come back in here and touch that up a little bit. But I do like leaving that in place while I paint, just so it's stable. And with something this big, and holding it with the holder, because I used to use a coat hanger, I could twist this a little bit, but that'll help keep that. The front end looks good. Mold looks really decent on this. I'm happy with this. The only problem I saw major problem was the glass, and that's no big deal because it's going to disappear. We'll run our split vinyl across. I have to look online and see if it came. No, it came up right off the door trim right here across with a little piece of trim and tied back into the gutter right here. And then I'm pretty sure it had a piece of gutter right there and came back around. And this whole part in the back, from here back, was vinyl roof. And it didn't have those stripes. I don't think it had those little stripes where the vinyl overlapped itself, because I think they ran it this way. But again, I'll have to look online and confirm that, because 76 was a stinking long time ago. It did have the skirts on it, so these will stay. Not too bad. This will do good. Hey, I'm almost at 5,000 subscribers, so if you haven't subscribed, please do. Get me up there, and we can keep this channel rocking. But with this, I will let you go. Can't wait to get building on it. Y'all have a great day and a better tomorrow. And thank you very much for watching.